about to work over here. Take a cigarette. Take a cigarette.
Dip into Typhoon Cove, the metro area's most outrageous indoor water.
Carl?
Yeah.
We're doing Snickers. We did the water park yesterday. You didn't invite
Don't
me?
wait for your
We didn't
box
actually
meal.
go to...
Ah, okay.
Never mind.
Okay.
What's up, Titus? Thank you for the lurk.
It's Amy. Peeps. Use the code in chat. Use the food
Zero, what do you want to do with those
Use
packs? How many
the
boxes?
food
Give me a second. Check.
in chat.
Loose, I have like 25 here. Loose packs.
Wave, thank you for this anniversary. How you going, Wave? And can we get a happy
Five
birthday
boxes. Zero.
in chat for Wave?
All right, Flappy, man. Much love, dude.
Can
You
we
best
get
believe,
some
Flappy, we're coming back
hugs
to fuck you.
and a happy
Over in the future.
birthday for Wave?
Hey Bonsley, hey Tails, how's it going? Thanks for the lurk, Tails, I appreciate it. Hope you are doing well, Bonsley. Boom. And boom. And I think we're all caught up. I do need to, however, do a count real quick. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So yeah, I was right there. I wanted to make sure I have my loose pack counts correct. Come on. All right. So I also got the pre-orders for the Cyclozar EX box, the Paldea Friends mini tins, and of course we had the Crown Zenith stuff already up there. Where is? And I actually got an email about some other future products coming. Some in, when is it? July? Yeah, one or two things in July 14th, and a couple items in August, on August 4th. Hey, Cheap and Easy, how's it going? Kim, welcome in. Thank you. Hope everybody's doing all right. But I can show it off real quick. So it says these are products I didn't necessarily know existed. So on July. Oh, wrong one. Where did it go? Did I close it? No, it's right here. So you should be able to see it here. Oh, no. There. Okay. So in doing well, just eating egg salad for dinner. How are you and the family? We're all doing well, thank you. Yeah, the kindergarten's almost over for the older one. Younger one's finally making progress. Diaper changing, so yeah, it's going good. It's going good, Kim. How are you doing? But so July 14th, Annihilate EX box, and so I had heard a rumor, and this makes it look like it's actually going to be true. Is that they're going to start doing at least versions of EX boxes without the jumbo card, and thank God. We don't need them. So you just have the 4 packs and the whatever promos. So the boxes are smaller, and yeah, looks nice. The deck boxes I don't care about. And then you have these back to school eraser blisters. They did this last year, and they actually had good packs in them, and I never picked them up because we didn't know what would be in them. If this is correct, it'll be one Scarlet Violet, one Paldea Evolved, and then it looks like a Lechonk and a Smoliv eraser to go with it. You got a pencil tin, and then you've got the lunch boxes are back. And this one looks like is that 6 packs? 6 packs as opposed to 5, which is what they used to be. 2 Paldea Evolved, 2 Scarlet Violet, and looks like a Silver Tempest, and either a second Silver Tempest or it looks like it might be a Brilliant Stars, if these are accurate. So this is all stuff in the late summer. July 14th for these, and August 4th for these. So just some new stuff I thought might be cool to share. That I wasn't aware of those products coming out. So as the title says, everything but Scarlet and Violet is on sale. I mean, Scarlet Violet's still only $3.50, but anything that came out in the Sword and Shield era for packs that I have is discounted. No matter what they were before, they're $3 right now. So I'm just doing some counts right now. Time for Bonzi to get it all. Oh, Bonzi's gotten most of what he wants. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 Brilliant Stars. should open something. I only had 8 listed, so that's why I'm counting. Fusion Strike. I only had 10 listed. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 battle styles, which I did have correct. Only about the last few cards. Nice. That he wanted. That just reaffirms I need to definitely, over the next coming weeks, just get rid of what I can through other means, other sites. A bunch of Astral. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. But yeah, I'm gonna start toning down orders. And again, the packs that are available on the site, those are sealed or break. I just don't have them separate because I can't keep track of inventory that way. My visit packs. I might need to take them off if I don't know where they are. Oh, here they are. Except we're down to 3. But I hope everybody's doing well. Thank you for popping in the stream. We'll probably pretty quickly get this sorted, or let's go. I comboed up earlier to the 31 on Ghastly, so we can kind of be back to where we were. Save that. That's all updated. I don't know. It won't be much. Let me see what we got here. Why not? So we'll do 1 Bill and Battle Kit and 2 Pogo Mini Tins. Because why not? We'll do Pogo first. But yeah, I'm happy if the jumbo cards, oversized cards, are a little bit rarer in fewer products, however you want to put it. Go the way of the rainbow rare. Oh, so I put this in Discord and nobody said anything. So I mean, I know nobody probably checks the Discord a lot because we don't do a lot in there. But opinions. So Chase is having us play Breath of the Wild. He put the channel points in for it. I said it may not be immediate, or it may, depending. Should we start that immediately, as in like this week, or otherwise? The other option I was wanting or considering doing is I've got Callisto Protocol and Crisis Core, both games that are like less than 15 hours to beat each. And run through those first. It would probably be Fridays. I mean, that's pretty much the only time. I'd have to either give up Persona or Social Saturday or something. I'm thinking for PokeMondays in the future, when we're done with the Let's Go Shiny decks. I'm thinking we do our normal pack stuff to start, or actually we kind of, it's almost like getting rid of PokeMondays. It's where it's, but it's, we're open to, I'll do packs any day of the week. It really doesn't matter on Monday specifically. So maybe turn into a first little bit Pokemon card stuff, and then if I want to play Pokemon after that, otherwise we move it to another game day, so that it opens it up a little bit more. But we'll see. We picked up Revavoom for our promo. We're gonna open up our Pogo first, but you guys let me know what you think. Lapras. Oh, Kim. Just for you. Just for you, Kim. Metal and Metal VMAX. For our little Pogo pull from Tin 1. Larvitar Blastoise. No, you would think otherwise. This is not a Smeargle card. This is a Bibarel card. Pikachu Reverse and Venusaur. So not a lot from Pogo. Let's see if Scarlet and Violet can do any better. Reverse. Got a Maridon EX in honor of Bonsly. Reverse, Annihilate. So Kim, is Crisis Core your official vote, or were you just saying Crisis Core because I said Crisis Core? I didn't realize Breath of the Wild or the Tears of the Kingdom was out on the 12th. Magikarp, Toxtricity, King's Gambit. Oh, that's right. Cobra, Pokegear, or Boliva. Oh, I saved somebody $18. 2 pulls, 8 packs. I mean, that's pretty much what you expect, or at the minimum. What to get? Well, I mean, technically you don't have to get anything, but if you want to, you just let me know. All right. But it's good to see some faces in here, cheap and easy, and everybody. Trident looking about Bonsley and Kim, of course. What is that? Oh. Gonna order it right now. Okay. Sounds good. I hope Karisu and I don't know why I can't. Come on. And Yumi. I hope they've been well. Yeah. I got it. I was like, I know the name, it's Yumi. I hope they are doing well. I'm sure. I don't know how regularly you talk to them, but I hope they are well. All right. So let's see. My brain sometimes not look so good. Yeah, I don't think the store is necessarily ever gonna go away completely, but I think I'm just gonna tone down what I get and expectations altogether. You want to build and battle? Hold on. Booster blister? How? Hey, you bought. Oh, I might have to refund your order or change what you get or something because there's no more booster blisters. There wasn't supposed to be any of those left. You bought them all. I don't know how there was any of them left. Let me see what you ordered last time. Because you did those, which were right. Booster bundles. Maybe. Oh, you maybe it looks like maybe you paid for a 10-pack break a week ago, but you did it as a pack break as opposed to the booster blisters. So I think the inventory wasn't kept up 100%. So you let me know what you want me to. All right. Well, let me make sure there's none left after that. Oh my God! It was showing like 30 left. Let's go ahead and zero that out. All right. So there's that. I was confused as why are booster blisters showing? I got another one of the Steam Siege Build and Battle kits sold on TCG Player, so I'm down to like my last 3 there. Had those for a while. Alright, so there's the 5 loose packs. They were not from that booster box from before, so. you get Quaquavel for your promo. Best of luck, Bonsley. But so, is there anything in particular you'd be looking for? Like, if you bought everything that you wanted? Let me guess. Well, I mean, you don't force yourself to buy cards if there's nothing you're hunting. Shroomish, Mastiff, Palmot. Pinko, Flittle, Fuecoco, Trio, Judge, Floatzel. We got Reverse Mastiff, Reverse Floette, and a Koraidon. Kim, are you still playing the Pew Pews? Oh, and I don't know if you are, Kim. Apex, apparently there's some big changes coming. Small reverse. Oh, we got ourselves a rare candy. And King's Gambit. I know it's not a crazy card, but this is like the third time we pulled it, I think. Nice. But yeah, apparently I saw a video today that there's some big changes coming to the Apex. And also, random fun tip thing. If anybody has ever wanted to even try Cadence of Hyrule, if you don't know what that is, that's that rhythm. Cadence, or the Cadence games are rhythm-based games, like rhythm-based action-adventure games. And this one is Hyrule, obviously being with Link. It's right now there's a 1 week free trial going on for the game, and it's the full game. So if you got nothing better to do and you want to try it out, if you like it, you can play through it and beat the game. I assume easily within a week if you're, not rhythmically challenged. I mean, it's also on sale for like $12.50 or something like that, $12.99. But give it a try if it's something that's interested you. I've downloaded it. Palpad, Toxicroak EX. That was I mean, all in all, not the worst build and battle kit we've seen for sure. We've seen complete dud boxes, so a gold and an EX, not bad. As we mentioned, but I barely know the game, so I'm not sure the changes matter to me. I mean, it's going to be a class system. So, there's going to be a supporter role, assault role, stuff like that, so it's going to matter. I wasn't calling you out at all, Kim. Nothing of that was pointed to you, except for if you wanted to try it out, it's free right now. You'll die anyway. Yes, but what you'll be able to do until you die will change. Oh, EXP share. We got Palmot. I think this is the first time we pulled this. Maybe? I don't recall seeing it before. A nice rhythmically challenged. My feet are rhythmically challenged. My hands tend to be better. As you can get a general gist of, I think, with when I play the rhythm games. So I'm gonna give it a go. If it's something I like, I'll try to beat it within the week, and then I can be, hey, I added a game to the backlog challenge. Didn't even need to buy it. Titan, Flaffy, Penny, reverse. Oh, Bonsley, of course, of course. This is what happens when you don't trust in the pulls. And you got Arcanine EX, so double pack hit on the centering. We'll give it a look-see. Not great. You can tell easily the left side is far thinner than the right. Like, it's clear as day. Now Bonza gets 2. That's right. How's it going, Trident? Are you complete again this Thorback? But still, I opened up the wrong box, man. All these packs came from Build Battle Kits. I opened the wrong box, as I tend to do. But very nice. Congrats. Worst case scenario, you got a nice trade fodder there. Ooh, we're not done yet either. Starly and a full art Burnett. What is up? So I believe, if I remember ordering them correctly, that top pack was just a lone pack by itself, pulled from a Build and Battle kit, and these 4 other ones were together, which means the double pack Koraidon Arcanine and the double pack Starly Burnett full art were from the same kit. So yeah, this kit is nuts. Now Miriam incoming. Okay, now you're asking a bit much, Bonsley. It's crazy how you can get Build and Battle kits with nothing at all, and you can get ones like this that you got 4 hits from 2 packs, including like one of the chase cards and a full art. It's redonkulous. Wow, back-to-back Starlies. Interesting. I would not have expected that. Let me hang them probably on your wall. I don't know what's up with that, but you do, and 2 of them were just from that box. You've been on a decent run lately, Bonzu, last couple times. So, I'm happy for you. Staravia, Staraptor. You know, to go with your 2 Starlies, you get 2 reverse, 1 Star, and then Annihilate. So you got 5 hits from 4 packs from 1 kit. That was okay. That was okay. You got what was essentially your chase card, which you would have been happier for if you hadn't bought it. And then 2 Starlies, a full art, and an Arcanine, plus the Palmont, Toxicity, and Rare Candy. But it was, it was okay. But I mean, if you're looking for grading, then it's probably for the best that you bought a different Koraidon anyway. But hey, we pulled it for you. We pulled pretty much every bug pull from this set for you, except for the Miriam. And well, congrats on those hits, Bonsley. That was a good one. I just, I mean, they're filled with other cards, but the top of both of these are Starlies. All right, well, congrats again, Bonsley. Let's see what we got here. Where is it? Nope, that's not it. That's right there. Hiding in plain sight. Swarm of Starlies. Indeed. He's going to start the Cult of Starly. Alright, so I need to move this. Yeah, if by some miracle we get both Ghastlies tonight, we might even start whatever new game we want to tonight. We'll see, though. I doubt. I'm hoping we at least get one, considering what time it is. But I don't want to leave the combo. What am I doing? I am changing the game. Get all the shiny Pokemon, so that's the hope. I'm already at full combo, so I don't need to. I think part of the problem is just the spawns up here are like really weird. Like I can have up to 4, but sometimes they're always going, and sometimes there's just nothing pops up. Even with the lure going. Ooh, oh, I'm sorry, guys. I tried to get to the mute button. I was unable to do so. Do, 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 do. There's a Ghastly. If we run into one, we will try to catch it. But I'm not spending a lot of time. When I was in handheld mode, these things were the easiest things in the world to catch. But with the motion, no, thank you. really get the spawns or why they are lacking. Do, 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 do. Do need to double check one thing though. We think Pokemon Pac-Man because the ghost. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Which one do I have? I think I have a Haunter. No, I have a Ghastly. So I could, in theory, the ghost away. Yeah, yeah. I got you. So I could, in theory, catch 2 Haunters if it came to it. But I'd rather not, because if I catch a Haunter, the combo breaks and I start over. But I can catch a Ghastly, then a Haunter. That doesn't matter. You wouldn't know I have a Ghastly combo, by the way. Haunters are spawning. Of course, Chansey's just like, no, you don't get to reset the door. And Ghastly's like, you don't get to reset the door. They appear shiny. Dark Ghastly's a different shade, but also in this game, they sparkle. So you'll see like a clear indication. If there's a clip I think from one of my last ones. Again, besides the color difference, you would literally see like a sparkle on them. You didn't watch any of the Let's Go shiny hunting like back in the day when it first came out, because everybody was doing it, loving the old overworld shinies. Oh, there's 5 spawns. Look at that. That's pretty rare. Nope. So right now I'm not technically getting the best odds I can get, but in order to get the best odds I can get, I need to catch one, and each time I catch one, the next spawn of that species has the best odds of being one. But the problem is catching these things can be a pain in the butt, and instead of waiting for them to spawn and despawn, I think it's faster not doing it, but I could be wrong. If one runs into me, I'll catch it just to get the increased odds on the next spawn, but yeah, see, like that wasn't shiny, so those good odds are gone now. I would also reluctantly take a Cubone since I need that anyway. I could also literally just go up and down the stairs and do resets that way. But then the spawns aren't that great here. So, Tails, I think I saw something. You did get a job, right? Not like an ideal one, but you did get something. You don't obviously have to talk about it if you didn't want to. Again, it's weird how like the spawns work in this building. This is a good spot to stand for spawns. Turned down the non-ideal one. I accepted a job that was pretty close to what I wanted. I started today, so now I'm bouncing 2 jobs. Fun. Does that mean more hours in total? Or does the job just make up for the hours you were missing? But I'm glad you found something, you know, even if it's not 2 work life side by side. Not to mention your other quote-unquote job, the podcast. We're a bit, and your kids, so, you know, you're not a busy man at all. Yeah, when you see a ghastly like this or anything with a blue aura, that means it's a small size, and the red aura means it's a big size. But you'll see like a very distinct sparkle if it were an actual shiny. Like I don't know if I've ever really seen 6 spawns at the same time here. 50 hours a week, now working 70 with a slight increase in overall. I mean, at least it's not like you work more to do the same. You're getting a little bit more plus the extras, so at least that's nice. Do you think there's any chance of this new job taking over completely at some point? Like if it got down the line far enough where you leave your first one? So PTO, when we go on vacation, at least 1 job will be paying me. Yeah. Oh, so your first job wasn't doing that? Sorry, kids. The adults are talking. Your contract? Oh. Well, it's nice to have that. I mean, it's not always ideal, but there's something to be said about the 9 to 5. I mean, you know what I mean by that. Doesn't necessarily mean the hours, but... Kim's got a new job. Tail's got a new job. The wife got her job a couple months ago. I'm always hesitant to try to look for something else. I know I could get more money, but I don't know if I could get the same kind of environment. But I have a feeling that push will come to shove soon, and I'll need to do it just, you know, for the family. Maxed out on their published pay scales for the job, so I'd need to move into a more senior direct style position, which may end up happening. I mean, that'd be cool if you could eventually just end up with the 1 job making at or more than what you're doing and just forget the contracting, unless you just really enjoy that. Wish I could just, like the Farfetch, like just fly up and let everything spawn. Boop, 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 boop. I say now there's nothing. Well, congrats on the new job. Good luck with everything. I hope the company is good to you and you, you know, to the best of that it's possible, enjoy what you do, or at least don't hate it. It's probably a decent spot to stand since it's blocked from three sides. But then apparently nothing spawns. There's nothing here. You are welcome, sir. Go ahead and do a Tails shout out. If you guys don't follow Tails, doesn't get the stream as much as you'd like to, and probably gets to stream even less now, if I had to guess. But at the very least, check out his podcast. It's his passion. Interviews a lot of wonderful people, different fandoms, people we know, a lot of people we don't. He's had me on the podcast as well as Taffy. Most of you should know Taff. I would definitely go try to check that out if you can. Yes, it'll become non-existent. Yeah, I imagine. I mean, it was hard for you to work it out with the hours you were going and adding like what 17 hours on that. We'll leave exactly 0 hours, I assume, but I didn't want to assume. You'll just have to stream yourself working. I mean, people stream themselves sleeping. Why not? That's very scandalous, Kind Breeze. How dare you? How's it going? Welcome in. I had leeway with the OG job about doing things during the day and being able to record an overseas guest. But I won't know until I really get into it. Yeah. The wife is still like training and stuff. She's actually in a lot more IT heavy field than she thought she would, like that she was necessarily looking for, but she's okay with it. They're teaching her the ropes and everything. Oh my god. So many ghastly. None of them shiny. Oh, you missed the cards earlier, Kind Breeze. Bonsley opened a couple packs, did pretty good. Why did the cow go to outer space to see the moon? The one the daughter likes to tell everybody is, why did the cow cross the road? To go to the movies. What are the odds of finding a shiny? I forget. I think right now my odds are every spawn has a 1 in 500 and something, if I remember correctly. If I catch one, then the next spawn it's like 1 in. I forget the odds. It's like it's less than half of that. It's like 1 in 200 and something, I think. It's been a while. I used to somewhat know these numbers. but you could be they can it could take a while. Like our what was it? Our was it Sandshrew? Our was it Sandshrew or is it Mankey? Our Mankey took 2 or 3 streams. Farfetch took like 2 streams, but we got Farfetched and Grimer last week. Grimer, I didn't even get the full combo when it spawned because you don't have to combo to get a shiny. It's just the odds are higher. So I probably had like a 1 in 600 and something shot as my odds when I got the Grimer. So, you know, it's all luck. Doing well. Good to hear. So, I hadn't heard a lot about the game. I don't know if anybody's heard a lot about Redfall. Xbox exclusive, I believe, that people were kind of excited for. I guess it's not that good based on like most reviews. That's unfortunate. You know, as much as I'm not an Xbox guy, I wish everybody success in their games as well as, you know, people for who wanting to play them. But now that there's a couple more voices in here, Kim's made her thoughts known. So somebody has redeemed points for me to play Breath of the Wild. So I told them I would start it within the month or so. It's either sometime this month or it'd probably be either immediately or after I come back from vacation at the beginning of next month. So what do you got? Oh, good night, Kim. Early bedtime for you. Night night. Should I start it immediately? The other option is I have 2 games that are relatively short, like 10 to 15 hour games that I'd be doing and be finishing first and then going to Breath of the Wild. Those 2 games being Crisis Core and Callisto Protocol. So what do you guys think? Should I jump right into Breath of the Wild or should I work on those other 2 games first? I didn't get that drink. Thank you, Kim. Appreciate it. I played it back in the PSP days, so I don't remember much, if anything, about it. So I'm very interested to get the chance to play it again. I know a lot of people who love the game, and again, from what I read, it's like 12 or 13 hour game, going straight base game, which I'd probably do some of the side stuff, but. That's what the latest. I did. I saw Crisis Core in the description of the podcast. Was it Drew Bearded? Was that the one, or was that a previous week? Okay, yeah. See, I read things. Try to score. Then if the OG found something, now he's doing start playing. Has he not played the remake yet? Then I need to go play. Nope. Wow. Then he should enjoy it. Like it surprised me. I was worried about it because I like the OG battle system, but they did a good job. Like I was pleasantly surprised. But I need to go back and play the Yuffie DLC. So that'll be coming up at some point in time as well. seems to like to spawn when I'm like in this area right here. Problem is, it's almost like a funnel. Pokemon just like funnel in. Again, if I get the chance for an easy capture, might as well because I get the increased odds on the spawn. Do 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 do. These memorials to dead Pokemon. I don't know if they might be people as well, people and Pokemon. But yeah, they're are people. I mean, you know the whole thing about like Cubone, right? Cubone and Marowak. Cubone wears the skull of its dead mother. Which makes you wonder, it's like, does that mean you don't see Cubones at all until their mother dies? Or are they automatically, like, dead upon giving birth? Pokemon can get dark. If you read Pokemon, like, Pokedex entries, usually for ghost Pokemon, it can get really dark. The more you know. Because they make up everything. The Drifloon, yep. Kindbreeze, you're on a dad joke kick today. I think this is still... Yep. I don't remember that one at all. The Darius Rucker. He only wanna be with you. Come on, Ghastly, shine. I mean, the name, I don't know like who that person is by name, but the "He only wanna be with you," I've heard those lyrics, so I know the "He only wanna be with you." So I mean, I get it in that context, but that's about it. Well, there's a whole bunch more. How does the moon cut his hair? Eclipse it. Hey. Hopefully, you'll get a chance to see a shiny here at some point in time, Tails. If you do, it'll probably be a Chansey with my luck, but literally the only thing that could pop up here that I wouldn't catch would be a Chansey. Ghastly I would catch, Haunter I would catch, Cubone I would catch. Oh, I'm sorry, Zubat. Zubat, and I don't know if there's Golbat, but I wouldn't catch that either. I forgot about them. I was like, I thought there was something else. Oh, you're all good. Two Cubone. Dun, 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 dun. That's a big ghastly. None of them shiny. Do, 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 do. Anybody gonna spawn? Again, the spawns are very strange. Sometimes they're heavy. Lots of spawns. Other times we get nothing. Doodle-doo. Do-do-do-do-do. Do, do. had, I think it's right here. Nope, that's not it. Here. I had a list of all the Pokemon I needed left. I don't know where that list went. Boo. I literally just had it. Guess I'll have to make up a new list, but we caught 3 since we made the list. Four of the remaining, I don't know, 12 or so that are left are going to be a little bit more methodical, as they are one of them's a fossil hunt, and the other 3 are the legendary birds. Thankfully, I've already got Mewtwo. It's a clip from catching that like 4 years ago, maybe longer. But I don't think that, or the game, I don't know how long the game's been out at this point. I thought it was like 5 years. Oh, sorry, that's my fault. You didn't hear it because I need to do this. I knew there was a reason I turned on desktop audio. I will go ahead and play that again for you. Oh, come on. Which one is it? And it's the one bad thing about OBS. Let me do this. But those points will not go to waste. As always, I appreciate everybody who lurks about and chats and does whatever here. I do appreciate it. There it is. All right, so it's. There you go. Sorry, we didn't get the initial redeem in. But we got it in there. Obviously the inspiration for the emote, Titus Lulls emote. Best laugh of all time in any video game. Can't argue with that. Jonathan Taylor Titus. Oddly enough, I found this out a couple of weeks ago.
Good news, everyone!
Good news, everyone. That was added due to, as a suggestion by our friend Bonsley. If there's any sound effects, we kicked its ass. Any suggestions for good ones? We might. I think I've got like 2 spots left or something. I should probably rename the Ghostbusters one something where people would understand what it is versus probably what they're expecting. I doubt anyone's expecting that quote from it when it's just called Ghostbusters. I would be very sad if we didn't get at least one Ghastly tonight. Oh, I knew it! I freaking knew Chansey would be the one that pops up. Chansey is a troll. I don't know if you know Tails, but Chansey is literally a troll in this game. I knew you'd be happy, Trident. So that's what the shiny stuff looks like, Tails. Obviously, you can see the color difference between that and a regular Chansey. But the sparkles you see around it is what... Chansey's your favorite. Chansey is such a troll. I'm not getting it, because I'm not breaking my Ghastly combo. I like how I say, I'd be sad if I didn't get a Ghastly. But you can also see why it is a troll. Chansey can only... First of all, Chansey can spawn just about everywhere. Not exactly everywhere, but just about everywhere as what's called the rare spawn. So when you hit like a... It can spawn at any time, but when you hit a combo of 11, it's pretty much always guaranteed... always guaranteed to have spawned, and kind of like it'll despawn and then you'll see another one respawn. As far as we haven't seen another one yet, but yeah, there it is. So there's always one almost always on screen, but we've seen them probably 10 times more Ghastlies than Chansey's, but Chansey's the one that shines, and that's happened to so many people so many times in these games. It's crazy. Bye bye, Shiny Chansey, indeed. Yeah, it's really crazy, like how many spots it's the rare spawn in. But apparently I have rare spawn shiny luck because when I was going for Mankey, the first thing that shined wasn't the Mankey, it was the rare spawn Charmander. And I was like, dang it, I don't need you. Again, you see 10 times more Ghastlies, but it's the Chanseys, you know. Because why not the Chansey? So that is at least the second shiny. No, that's at least the fourth shiny we haven't caught. Because the first time was the Charmander, then we saw a Pidgey and a Pidgeotto while going for the Farfetch'd up in the sky. We saw them. And then now we've got the Chansey. Don't know. You'd have to ask the people who made the game. They're just like, oh, you know what? The rare spawn in this area is Chansey. Okay, let's go to the next area. Chansey. What about the next one? Maybe Chansey. Even in the Diglett cave, it's Chansey because I know because I found a shiny Chansey in there. Wasn't happy about that one either. Seeing a shiny Chansey, for me, and I think a lot of people, the excitement wore off relatively quickly because I'm sure at this point I've seen 8 to 10 of them minimum throughout my time shiny hunting in the game. I have no problem with Chansey in general. Just, you know, the troll factor in this game. Boom, 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 boom. Kangaskhan was actually like one of my easiest shinies to get in this game. I just got extremely lucky. I only caught one to start the combo. And then the next, or actually there was two that spawned after I caught the first one. The first one wasn't shiny, but before I encountered it, the second one popped up, was shiny. So Kangaskhan was one of the easiest ones I've caught here, and I expected for that to take all day. And I remember because it was my birthday. Should actually be able to prove that I'm not crazy. Or I mean, if it wasn't on, it was around, but I'm pretty sure it was on the day. It's further down. Okay, so it wasn't on the day. It was after. It must have been midweek that it happened. It's a couple days after. But almost 4 years ago. I forget where you would even get Chansey in the original game, like the original Red and Blue. Ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doop. Dun, 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 dun. Couple of spawns at least. So who's all going to be playing Tears of the Kingdom when it comes out? Obviously, I am not, since I have not played Breath of the Wild. Oh, we got at least one me. Because I am broke. You're not broke, boy. You got lots of games you could sell, I'm sure. Go in some Overwatch tournaments, Trident. You'll be fine. Be watching others play it. It's interesting, like, what the series is kind of turning into. Indie retro, not playing 70. You're limited to 60. Oh. I've seen a lot of places or not a lot of places, but I have seen some selling it for 60. Or at least, like, you know, on Slick Deals it'll be like 60 instead of 70. Or you do that little ticket deal they got going for $100 and pick up 2 games and just buy Zelda for 1 and wait for a new release for another one. Because I don't think you have to pick them out at the same time. But I don't know the rules to that. But welcome in, Indy. I'm not sure if I've paid 70 for any. There's got to be one or two that God of War. Most, even when the games are like brand new for 70, I find ways not to spend that pay full price, whether it be discounts or gift cards or something. Pretty sure God of War was a $70 game. It's pretty rare though. I have so much to play that I usually just play what I have, wait until, unless it's a game I really, really want, play what I have and then wait till it's cheaper. And then pick it up for like $20 or something. Because that's how I got Callisto Protocol for $20 PS5. So I was like, okay. Tactics Ogre, I wasn't necessarily going to get, but I want to kind of support them and be like, hey, Tactics games, remake Final Fantasy Tactics, mother fudgers. I've been waiting for that for years. But I found it was on clearance at Target for like $12. And even now, you can't even, it's like, even on sale, it's still like $20, $25, $30. So I saw it for $12. I was like, all right. There are only 3 game franchises I'd pay to buy right out the gate, brand new: Animal Crossing, XCOM, and Civilization. Well, Civilization, there's one every couple of years, right? XCOM, do we know if there's another XCOM coming? And then Animal Crossing, who knows? I can buy like 30 different groceries with $70, not giving them more money. That's fair, Indy. It is completely fair. Please, need Final Fantasy Tactics more, please. Need fun. It's supposed to be XCOM 3, but who knows? Civilization's like every 5 to 8 years, I feel. Really? I mean, I guess if there's only like, how many are there out there right now? It's a long-running franchise, and if there's only like 5 or 6, then yeah, you'd probably say one every 5. Like you said, 5 to 8, 5 to 7 years or so. But Final Fantasy Tactics, one of my favorite games of all time, if not possibly tied for the favorite, was re-released on the PSP, War of the Lions, which I liked the game. I did not like the fact that they changed the text, and I understand why they did it. I just didn't like it. They changed it to like, because this is like old-timey knights and stuff, so the original they spoke how we would speak, more or less, not like slang or anything, but just normal English, 20th century English, 19th or 21st century English. And War of the Lions, they added their doths and thous and stuff like that, and it's like I want to be able to read it normally. Uh, but I've been waiting forever for. I wasn't even originally waiting for a remaster or anything. I just wanted a re-release on the PlayStation where I can get my trophy, so I can go after the platinum trophy. But that is yet to happen. And now that, and there was a leak like last year or a couple years ago where there was supposed to be a Final Fantasy Tactics remake, I think, and there was a whole list of Square Enix stuff that got leaked, and the only thing that hasn't been announced that was on that list is Final Fantasy Tactics remake. And recently, the Tactics team, I guess there's a Tactics team that did Tactics Ogre, said they were busy at work, so we'll see. I missed a couple things. Civ 6 is the latest, and they've expanded like 2 or 3 DLCs plus expansion stuff. And besides, I already spent $70 on both DLCs for Scarlet and Violet. That's a total of $70. They expect me to give them another $70, right? I haven't bought the DLC yet. I'll probably wait and see what's actually in the DLC, but we'll see. Civ 6 came out in 2016, so it's been 7 years. Yeah, DLC extends it, so sorry that I burst out like that. I just think it's unbelievable. I mean, that's unfortunately. I mean, that's kind of the standard now. Yeah, and that's the argument that a lot of people make, and I understand both sides. First of all, you're fine. Second of all, adjusting for inflation. What somebody kept saying was that games are cheaper than they've ever been. So like $70 in our money now, versus like games were $40 and $50 when the dollar was worth much less. So I get that aspect, but I also get it's still hard to it's a hard pill to swallow for especially those of us who have been around long enough to have been spending $50 on PS2 games, and then $60 it jumped up for PS3 and PS4 games, and now it. I think right now we're doing okay. You do get the $70 title, and the games are also getting a lot more expensive to make. But you also have, I think we're in the era of you price your game how you want it, as opposed to automatically being okay. You're on console, you're $40 or $50 or whatever. You got games coming out at $20, $30, $40, $50, $60, $70, whatever they feel. Which more power to them. Charge what you think your game's worth. Back in my day, games shipped completely and couldn't/didn't need to get updated on day one. Either shipped good or well. Found out quickly the game had major issues. There was also a lot less to those games, to be fair. Having a side scroller Mario probably was a lot easier to test and find those things versus what's around now. But I understand your point. Not having a broken game needing day one patches and stuff, which is also kind of sad because if you think of like the history or the future history of games, if a game is broken without a day one patch, eventually that patch won't be available. So even if you have the disc, that game will be worthless if it's that broken. Like Cyberpunk, I guess, would be a good example. If you have Cyberpunk 2077 and it's like 20 years from now, if they're assuming they don't have a re-released version or something, you try to stick that disc in and it's just like, yeah, about that. Which is sad. You look at all these Ghastlies, no Shinies. Chansey will pop up. Boom. I'm expecting a go Zubat to show up shiny any second now. Me and Tails pulling out the back in my day. We just need to sit in our rocking chairs. Back in my day, if we wanted a cheat code, we had to call a Nintendo hotline and get it. But yeah, generally speaking, unless again, it's got to be a game I really want. And even then, most of the games that I really want aren't necessarily priced at 70. So it's usually not a big deal. But I do what I can with, again, coupons and gift cards. And I debate whether or not I should do that. The only problem is that continuing catching Ghastlies does increase the odds of the next spawn, but it also takes a lot of time. And I mean, obviously, it's by a lot of time. It only, if it's not being mean and flying everywhere, it takes 20-25 seconds at most. But so I'm at odds onto whether doing that is the more effective method than just letting them despawn. More spawns this way, even at lesser odds. So I don't know. Usually, if it runs into me, I'll catch it. But other than that, back in my day, we all knew that you couldn't beat Battletoads in 2-player mode, and we still played it. I've actually never played Battletoads. I know they remade it recently, didn't they, or remastered it or something. Back in the day, there were games that are actually broken enough to where you cannot finish it. Nowadays, that can be fixed. That is true. I think the completely broken games are very rare, as I don't think I've ever played one like from back in the day. But see, if Ghastlies were like Grimer, then I would probably be a lot more willing to do it. But they're zipping around, and if I had it in handheld mode before stream to get to the 31 combo, I had it in handheld, and they're so much easier to catch because you know it's just looking. But this stupid thing we know isn't accurate unless they're right in front of you. It's too bad the odds don't continue to go up. Like if the odds kept going up, like 41, 51, and everything, and the odds got higher for the next spawn, yeah, I'd keep catching. But I really wish I knew what happened to my list. I had a list of all the Pokemon I needed left, and it doesn't leave the stats, so I really am confused where that list went. That Ghastly has failed me. I know it was a white paper. It's just gonna bug me that I know I have the list somewhere. Just have to make a new list. But for now, 2 Ghastlies is what we're after, so. And I know I need Goldeen and Seeking. The Legendary Birds. Kabuto. So what about you, Indy? Do you think it's worth consistently catching them? Because I did that for Mankey, I think, for a little bit. Like I did like an extra 10 or 20. It's just like, I don't know if this is worth the time. It might be a little bit more worth it here because the spawns are a little bit more erratic. Or sporadic. Like I'm not consistently getting all the spawns on the screen. Stop chasing me. Again, stuff like this, I don't know why the spawns are so like, no. Yes. Final Fantasy Tactics. That game comes out. It'll probably be a $50 or $60 game. I don't care. What actually my ideal, in the ideal world, it's taking them so long because not only are they remastering it, hopefully with like Octopath Traveler 2.5D, like sprites or whatever, but they're also doing the same or something similar and making it a 3-pack with Tactics Advanced and Advanced 2, which would be awesome. Like, they weren't as good, but they were still like, they'd be really nice extras. Like, I don't know if I ever finished Advanced 2. I know I finished Advanced 1. I don't know if I ever finished Advanced 2. Yeah, I didn't either. At least not that I can recall. I should have it. But obviously it was like a more kids friendly version of it, like characters didn't die and stuff like that. But it still had like base mechanics that I enjoyed. I'd like to play the Advance Wars 1 and 2 remake at some point in time, but it's not going to be anytime soon. I I think Advance Wars is a lot like Tactics Advance for me, where I remember playing the first one, though I don't know if I beat it. I don't think I got around to playing the second one, and I think I own them both on the DS or Game Boy Advance. I guess it would be Advance Wars. I need to probably get back. First of all, I have Tactics Ogre, the remastered one, here, so I do need to try that out. I played, I think, the PSP re-release because I was like, oh, it's the game that inspired Final Fantasy Tactics, made by the same people, but something just didn't click with it for me. One of it is like the permadeaths. Like, there are permadeaths in Tactics, but there's kind of ways around it. Where in this one it was different. But I've heard good things about the remake here, or remaster, whatever you want to call it. So I do want to give it a go at some point. And then Triangle Strategy. I played like an hour of that, or the first couple missions, and I enjoyed it. I just, maybe I didn't have time, or I do want to get back to those. XCOM. I know XCOM is a series that I enjoyed playing. I started playing the first one a little bit, and I enjoyed that. Just never got around to continuing it. And between you and Twix, I know I'd have people being like, "Hey." The only thing I think that's really kept me away from XCOM is the same thing that keeps me away from other games in different genres that would like part of the gameplay for is the what am I thinking of? It's the keeping track of the minute like details. I don't, there's different wording for it. There's like perfect terminology that I can't seem to wrap my mind around right now. Micromanaging. I hate. Okay, I'm not. I think I've become a little bit more tolerant of it, but I'm really not a fan of micromanaging in games. I want to play my game and do what I'm doing, not having to think about other things I'm doing, or other things I'm doing. Like in XCOM, you have to think about make sure you're doing everything in like your war rooms and your research and all that stuff, and it's just like. But I don't think that just kind of goes along at the same time. It's not like I'm in a rush or anything. So I know Spartan played XCOM 2 and had a rough go at it at first because it can definitely be unfriendly to new players. I don't think it was rough for me like in the gameplay. It was just like, again, the micromanagey. When you're back at your base, you got to remember to do your research and upgrade your crew and all that stuff. But it's not nearly as bad as others. As long as the game allows me time to do it, then I'm fine. And that's another tactics game I want to try out. Marvel Midnight Suns. Midnight Suns I want to give a go too. So I haven't played a good tactics game in a while. Like Triangle Strategy, I played 6 to 8 months ago, I think, for a short bit. I think it was even on stream. Maybe it was the demo. But before that, I can't remember the last one. I mean, I don't mind the card things, or at least I haven't played it, so I can't say for sure. But I don't think I'll mind it just because it's just a different way of selecting an attack. I mean, that's all it is. Now, that being said, it is because the card-based thing does bring like randomness into it. So I understand not liking that, but I think I'd be fine with it ultimately. But that's another one I'm waiting. I almost picked it up like during a buy one get one sale or something, but I couldn't find like another game to justify it. So that's going to be another game where it's probably, honestly, I'll probably end up picking up like Black Friday or something. It'll be down to like 15 or 20 bucks. A lot of games get my money, they just don't get it at full price. I don't think I've ever once said to a GameStop person, which I don't go there often, but when they're like, is there anything you'd like to pre-order? It's like, well, there's stuff I plan on getting, but I'm not going to pre-order it. Why Pokemon Let's Go? Hey, that's not rude. It's just a question. So, I was getting a little tiresome, and welcome in Strawberry, by the way. I was getting a little tired of the of Scarlet Violet shiny hunting. It just wasn't really doing it for me, and I had always meant to go back and finish my Let's Go Shiny Living decks because I went for it back in the day. It was about 4 years ago when the game came out, and I got down to my last 14 or so, and I just never wrapped it up. So I figured why not? We have PokeMonday, so we open cards at the beginning of the stream. And then we move on to some Let's Go Shiny hunting. We picked up Mankey 2 or 3 streams ago, and then was it last week? I think last week we picked up Farfetch'd and Grimer. We picked up 2. So now we need two Ghastlies to finish the line. Golding and Seeking. We need the 3 legendary birds. So yeah, that's it. I mean, no real reason then. Again, I'm not really feeling it. Like, if I did any other shiny hunting right now, it would probably be DAs in Sword and Shield. But I'm not really feeling Scarlet and Violet. At least not right now. Maybe the DLC will change it. But again, I don't consider that rude. It's a fair question. I'm sure there's not a lot of people playing Let's Go right now. I do have the Shiny Charm, yes. Shiny Charm, I've got the lure going. I'm actually at a 40 plus combo right now. So outside of consistently catching them, I'm at my best odds. We did have a shiny pop up earlier, but it was a Chansey, you know, the Let's Go troll of the century. Chansey. I do not. Have you already gotten the legendaries? I have not got. I've gotten Mewtwo. Mewtwo I got, like I said, probably about 4 years ago. I actually got it pretty quickly. Like, there's a clip of it. I have a clip of it from back in the day. It's like 237 or 262 or something. Resets for Mewtwo, but no, I have not gotten the birds. I've gotten 4 out of the 5 fossils. Maybe he like Pokemans. Hey, Thor. Well, there's lots of different Pokemans. But yeah, I got 4 out of the 5 fossils. So the big ones are going to be the 3 birds and 1 more Kabuto. I actually have gotten 5 fossils, but 3 of them, 3 Ammonites. Like, when I was doing Kabuto resets, I had a couple of leftover Helixes, and of course I'd do like 15 dome fossils, and then the freaking Helix fossil shines a 3rd time before a 2nd dome. I was like, dang it. My husband is a fossil. Being mean to your husband already. How's it going, Thor? Hope you're doing well. Trident said you were away for a week and he was lost without you. Those weren't his words, but that's how I took it. But he calls himself old before I even married. Oh yeah, I call myself old all the time. But do you shiny hunting anything, Strawberry? And here's a question. Okay, so you say why Let's Go. Again, I don't consider that a rude question, but how did you find the stream? Just out of curiosity, were you searching Let's Go, or was I in recommended? I'm just curious because if you're asking why I'm doing Let's Go, how did you find me in Let's Go? And again, I don't mean that to be a rude question. I'm genuinely curious. How many lures do I have left? 9, which means I gotta start not walking so much. Maybe I'll just let fate decide whether or not I catch a Ghastly. Let them run into me. Let's Go channel follow from a while ago, and it said 11 people streaming. I just clicked on the stream that looked the best. Well, I mean, the fact that you said that is, I mean, thank you. That's kind words. Whether or not that's true, but I mean, that's very, very kind words. I don't think I've ever followed a game on Twitch. But yeah, we do this every Monday. Like I said, we do the cards, then we do some Let's Go. We've been doing it for a couple of weeks now. And I'll likely be doing it until we finish the living decks. This used to be pretty much all I streamed back 4 years ago. Now I just get around a lot more. It makes me curious, though. It does make me curious now that you say that. Pokemon Let's go Pikachu. There for Let's Go Pikachu specifically, because I specified. I think you have to specify the category, but if not, I did specify Pikachu. I am number 1 of 2. Oh yeah. I was trying to hunting on pretty much all games, but I think Game Freak ruined it by making it easy and yeah, it's just not. It's not all that interesting. We're number 1, 1 of 2, 1 of 2. But yeah, I think you're more or less right. It is easy. You get the sandwiches and stuff, like, and it's not that interesting. Like, there's somebody else who I follow, Vinny in the lab. You guys should check out if you like Pokemon, even though he's been doing less Pokemon lately. He's even said he's not excited to get like when he gets them anymore. He doesn't have like those kind of like reactions like, "Yay, I got my shiny." I loved, and even though it was easy in Arceus, shiny hunting very easy in Arceus, it was still more interesting somehow. Like, I don't know if it's just because maybe it's just the dopamine hit of hearing the sound, the ding. I had a lot more fun shiny hunting in that game than I did in Scarlet Violet, and it was arguably easier in Legends Arceus. You just fly around until you hear the ding. But I had so much fun with Arceus. Arceus was the most... I've said this many times before. Legends Arceus was the most fun I've had with a Pokemon game in a long time. I like the more action-y feel. Why am I moving? If they're going to run into me, they can run into me. Me for this, but my favorite game. I don't see why that would be any reason to be made fun of. There's a reason why so many people played Let's Go and shiny hunted. Like, this was like top category for a long time. But then, I mean, again, in general, it's not so much how easy it is for me. For me, it's not so much how easy it is Trident, because I've had difficulty with hunts. It's just not interesting. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's because part of it for me might be because, okay, you can consider this not interesting if you want, but at least I don't really have to pay too much attention. Like, if you're going to make it easy, at least make it more hands-off so I can talk to you guys, no problem. Scarlet and Violet, I've got to be paying attention to these little bitty Pokemon in some cases, and they're moving around, and it's just like, I'm just focusing on the screen, moving, coming back, moving, coming back to despawn and respawn. And it doesn't sound that different from here, but there's a different feel. Oh, I could have just caught that, but yeah. But Pokemon has gone the route of, hey, people like getting shiny Pokemon, so we'll make it like super easy to get for everybody, so nobody can be left out. And it's like, well, you've lost your main audience there, unfortunately, because the main audience liked the challenge they get. They like the celebration they get when they got those 1 in 4K, 1 in 8K. They need to find a good balance. They need a fun shiny hunting method. Worthless. I mean, in any sense, of course, they would be worthless because they're just, digital ones and zeros. But there's the bragging rights of, I know somebody right now who's going for a 1% Dunsparce. He's been doing it for 3 or 4 years now, in gold and silver, I think it is. And it's just like there's, first of all, that's crazy, but he's got like a certain amount of bragging rights, being like, hey, it's possible that nobody's ever done this. So it's more of an achievement than it is now. But I think they need to find a good middle ground where it's not necessarily good odds, but if they can find a fun way, a fun method, people enjoying the method, then the odds don't really matter as much. Yeah, absolutely. Everybody's got their own. You've probably heard from most people that Scarlet and Violet just seems to have missed the mark with most people enjoying. Like, they enjoyed it initially, but it's like really died down. So, but like you said, there's dozens of different games, dozens of methods. Choose what you enjoy. I've been thinking for a while, and I keep forgetting. I think I'm going to be actually transferring all the Pokemon that I want to out of Pokemon Go, because I played that game like so much for like years, and now I just don't touch it at all. So I think I want to transfer them all out slowly. I know it takes time into home, and then delete it, which is weird for me to say, but I can't even be bothered during community days. Oh, absolutely. I think the game itself is 100% in the right direction. Like, there was a lot of different stuff to do. You had more than just the gyms to do. Uh, Exploring was fun. Like you said, step in the right direction for sure. But there's a lot of fine tuning to do. Yeah, the story was great. Like the Mabistiff stuff with the sandwich side of things, the Team Star stuff. That was all like well done, 100%. So they need to fine tune the mechanics of everything, I think, and of course get a better handle on like what the consoles can do, because that is not like fine-tuned for the Switch. We were talking about that earlier. I have, okay, so funny precursor. I bought Breath of the Wild before I owned a Switch because they had that large collector's edition. I got that, that comes with this and stuff like that. I played like an hour or two of it, and I never went back because, for me, I didn't really enjoy the freedom. Believe it or not, just like where you're almost like you have your main goal, but otherwise it's just like look somewhere and go, and that just like that's generally not the kind of game I enjoy doing. But somebody spent 100,000 channel points for me to go back and play it, which I was gonna do eventually. But we will be starting Breath of the Wild 1 sometime in the next month or so. My first real full playthrough. So I will not be playing Breath of the Wild 2 anytime soon. But eventually. Will you be playing Breath of the Wild 2? Tears of the Kingdom, as it were? I no, I am not a Skyrim fan. Technically, I've never played it, but I've watched people play it, and it's not. Counting down the days, May 12th. Technically, 10 more days for me. It's just after midnight here. Trident. Skyrim! Trident likes those types of games. I was hoping to at least get one Ghastly tonight. I'm in Florida. How about yourself? But I have yet to become a Florida man. As it, North Carolina, nice. I can't remember. I know somebody in I think they moved to South Carolina. I don't 100% recall. But anyway, yes. Florida here. Well, we're not doing our PokeMondays. Right now we're going to Persona 5 Royal on Wednesdays. Well, that was another channel point redemption. Fridays are kind of like our open days. Fridays are probably going to be the Breath of the Wild days. And then Saturdays are social Saturday, where we just play multiplayer games with whoever wants to play. Oh. He rushed me. Now you... I hate when I have to angle it. So much easier in handheld mode. I do not play Splatoon. I rented it once, and I probably could play it, but it's just like the controllers were weird to me, and I own Smash. I have not played it in a few years. I mean, I'm always up for it. Like if somebody on Social Saturday came by and like, hey, you want to play Smash? I'd be like, okay. Because that's what I do on Social Saturdays. Literally, like if somebody wants to play something, and as long as I own it, we play it. So I don't regularly play them, play Smash, but I don't mind it. I've been playing Smash since the 64 days. We play a lot of Mario Kart. Because we'll do on Friday. We also have before my normal stream. We have a stream that I do with the wife. That's usually like Jackbox, but lately it's been a lot of Mario Kart. I'm really enjoying the fact that they're adding new courses to the game on a semi-regular basis, at least for the next, we got another year or so, or 6 months at least, 6 to 9 months left of new courses. Oh. I wonder if I should try to find and resurrect my old overlay for Pokemon Let's Go. I used to have a different background. I had a little like Pokedex in the corner, being like hunting this. This is why I don't like hunting Ghastlies. Really? Like everything but Ghastly is spawning. Oh, you didn't want to pay for the DLC? Well, okay, so I assume that means you don't have the... So you didn't buy the DLC, which I think is $25, right? And that also means you don't have the... Because the courses are also free with the Nintendo Plus, the online, the more expensive one, right? Or is that... I forget how the Nintendo program works, but... I mean, I could understand that. But at least they don't lock you out of being able to play online, like play those courses just because you don't own it. But like you said, it does suck not owning it. I don't have the Nintendo Plus stuff, yeah. But I mean, it's not. It would be less egregious for Nintendo if they didn't keep all their first-party games at $40 plus, even if they're like the games that have been out 4 or 5 years. Like, that does not discount below $40. Like, that would be like a crime against nature for them if they did that. And I mean, I guess I get why, because people still pay for it, but to add the full price games and then the DLC on top, it adds up for sure. But I even though I have the Nintendo Plus, I paid for it. I might have paid for it before we got the Plus, but either way, I was just like, we like Mario Kart enough to where it was worth it for doubling the amount of courses that are in the game. You know, we spent $60 on the game, $25 for, I think it was 25 to double the courses, plus get new characters, which we didn't even know was going to happen. Was worth it to us. Well, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. That means we'll see you around from time to time. I know being on this late, it's not for everyone. I appreciate the conversation. And there's that. Luckily, I've attempted Ghastly a couple of times, so I've caught enough to where it doesn't matter. You know, it's green down. You know, I've caught enough to where the difficulty to catching them is pretty much at its lowest. set. Yeah, I mean, I do go live tweets, so it's on Twitter. Trident did the Discord as well. You're more than welcome to join the Discord. It's called the Trophy Room because I do trophy. I don't strictly do trophy hunting anymore on PlayStation, but I do enjoy a good trophy hunt. But yeah, we got a Pokemon section in there. We post a lot about card stuff and shinies and whatnot. You're more than welcome to join if you'd like. That'll definitely ping everybody when I go live. Or like I said, the Twitter. I also send out tweets. I don't know if you even use Twitter, but and rigged cards. How are you gonna just go ahead and say rigged cards, Bonsley, and not do that? Bonsley must be saying they're rigged for the better, because I just pulled him special illustration rare Koraidon earlier. Of course, it was after he paid for it, but that's not my fault. Well, sweet corn, welcome to the Discord. But yeah, if you're specifically looking for like Pokemon content on Twitch, it's gonna be Mondays will be your day for sure. I don't really do well. We don't do Pokemon games any other day but Monday, but we do Pokemon card stuff if somebody orders some from. I have a Pokemon card shop online. If somebody orders from me and for me to open them on stream, we'll do that at the beginning of a stream. But other than that, if it's just Pokemon, then Mondays is when we'll be seeing you around. Otherwise, you're more than welcome to hang out on any given day, of course. Stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, all evenings, all around this time. Well, usually we're ending about this time, or maybe a little bit later. Somewhere between midnight and 1 is usually when we're ending things. I start around 10 p.m. EST. Or ooh. No. I mean, I'm pretty much up for whatever. I don't really play a lot. The only one I play like by myself, even semi regularly, is Dead by Daylight. But I've been known to play Fall Guys. Kim the Human has had me play Apex with her on Saturdays. What else? I haven't played it in a while, but I enjoyed the Ghostbusters game that came out recently. I mean, those are the ones that I played recently. But again, as long as I own it, I mean, I'm down for whatever. Like I said, I do have Smash. I have Kart. Got most of my games right here. Most of these are not online multiplayer games. No, in fact, it's just Smash and Kart are the only ones in here. Are you primarily Nintendo? I mean, that still doesn't rule out things like Fall Guys and most of the games I mentioned are actually on Switch now as well, but outside of Smash and Splatoon, what do you play? It's very, very rare I do PC gaming just because I can't keep up. I can't keep my PC up with like the hardware needed to play games. It's a lot easier for me to just grab my and I love PlayStation. A lot of the exclusives anyway, so I just grab the PlayStation. Then if there's something I want to play, I grab it on that. Obviously, there's exceptions for exclusives, which is why we have the Switch. But yeah, so what are your online games of choice, multiplayer? Nice try, Satan. You hop around a lot. That's more or less me. Again, DVD is pretty much my only consistent one. I tried out the Evil Dead game that came out because it was free on PlayStation Plus a couple months ago. I wouldn't mind playing that more. Just I have nobody else who I know who plays that. Just a lot of different stuff. Well, if we do catch it on Saturday evenings, you're more than most of the time I don't have anything pre-planned. Occasionally, Kim will come around and be like, "You want an Apex or you want a DVD?" And I'll be like, "Okay," but if there's ever anything, just name it. If I got it, we'll play it. We usually go in Discord voice chat, but that's not 100%. That's just not required. It's just easier. Don't you do it, Chansey. Don't you do it. Say, where are the spawns? I think like 3 years ago, somebody bought me Among Us, and I played like one time, and that was it. Some people have asked about Phasmophobia. I have not. I think I have that available, and the PS Plus Premium is one of the free games, I think. But no, I have not. I've seen people play it though. I've played a little bit of Power Wash Simulator, and I've seen people play Gas Station Simulator or Simulator. What is it? I think there's one that's Thief Simulator. So good. Really? Lawnmower Simulator I've seen as well. So many simulators nowadays. So why do you? Just out of curiosity, why is it good to you? What makes it good? It's the thing that I've noticed about a lot of the simulator ones. I pulled all nighters farming. Uh, is that there's a lot of them have like it's just so satisfying. That's how I kind of feel about the Power Wash Simulator. Like cleaning things, first of all, cleaning has a little satisfactory to the little ding when you finish a certain part of it. Uh, so maybe I'll give it a try at some point, especially if it's like free on. But I've seen people play it, so I'm not like I have nothing against it. So much you can do in Pharmacy. That's the other thing. They come out with like yearly installments now. It's crazy. But for some people, it's just kind of like it's almost zen. Some of these simulators. I've been watching. I don't watch them regularly, but they've been playing Bus Simulator. It's literally like people come on the bus. If they need to buy a ticket, you have to sell them the ticket and pay attention to how much the ticket costs and how many tickets they cost, and give them change for it, and make sure you're going the right route and actually drive the bus. And if it gets super micromanagey, like I saw for a gas station simulator, like it looks interesting, but again, very micromanagey. Like you gotta be on the ball about keeping inventory up and checking out guests and paying employees, and it's just like too much micromanage for me. Farming simulator doesn't seem like it would be as bad, but I don't know all the details that go into doing that. And the simulators do well enough because people keep buying them. They keep making more. Kind of has a learning curve, but I've learned a lot playing it. Well, that's cool. I mean, again, I've seen plenty of people or a couple of people play it, and the more endorsements it gets, the more I'm definitely willing to try it. Especially if it's like free on PlayStation Plus. Maybe we'll do it a night to try it out. But it's very accurate to real life. I hear they do a good job with a lot of the simulators. Like just, again, maybe it's part of the micromanaging part of it, but it's just like very detailed. I'm out of Pokeballs. If I'm on Premier Balls, then I must have ran out of Pokeballs. I might go like another 10 minutes or so. I was hoping again to get at least one Ghastly. But fate was not on my side this evening, it appears. Dun, 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 dun. The game I've been playing off stream the most is Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory, rhythm-based music game, and I'm just going for the platinum trophy. And it's just, it's just nice to just chill and listen to the music. I mean, obviously you're pressing buttons at the same time, but still pretty chill. The favorites questions. I'm never prepared for the favorites questions. I do like a good blue shiny though, like Psyduck. Psyduck's a nice one. Trying to think offhand. Yeah. Again, usually the blue is just sticks out. Usually when they choose a blue, it sticks out a lot from the whatever the normal color of the Pokemon is. So the rapid dash flames is very nice. I know there's plenty of other ones. And actually going in the opposite direction, uh, having the what is it? It's not Clauncher. I mean, it's in the line. The Clauncher line, the little lobster guy going from blue to the normal red is actually pretty cool. To me. What about you? What's your favorite? Who's that Pokemon? Doo doo doo. I used to actually, in my old overlay, I actually have, when I was a BRB screen, I actually used to have a Who's That Pokemon. It was like a slideshow type thing, where it'd be like every 10 seconds, be like, Who's that Pokemon? It's this. Who's that Pokemon? Sinistea. Okay. So cute. Have you gotten yourself a shiny authentic? No, definitely not. Nope. I'm still going, Kind Breeze. No shiny as of yet. I want to say the authentic Sinistee gotten a little bit easier since before it was only in those wood the Glimwood Forest, but now with the DLC they're out and about near like the gravestones and stuff. Okie dokie. But no shinies yet. A shiny Chansey showed up, of course it did, but that's it. No Ghastlies or Haunters or Cubones. Any one of which would have worked besides the Chansey. Oh, I forgot the Sinistea was also in Scarlet Violet. Yeah, definitely would be easier there. Okay, is that getting a work call? So excuse me for a moment. All right, cool. Just found a shiny Tauros by accident. Nice. assuming that was Scarlet Violet, was it just the regular Tauros or was it one of those elemental ones? Oh, Glemmy P, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. How's it going this evening? Do you get Yu-Gi-Oh in? I get in. I have the option to order Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't because I don't know a lot of people who's interested. So if there's anything specific you're looking for, I can order it. But generally speaking, I don't. Or if you know somebody who's looking for something specific, you can have them send me a message or something. Hello. Can you hear me? Am I back now? One of my monitors just went out. Huh. That's weird. Yeah, it's not detecting my monitor. My second monitor. I literally just went to open up my browser and it was like, no. All right. Konami is the one who does the game, right? See, I got Power of the Elements, Ace of Memory, Power of the Elements, Saga of the Blue Eyes. I'm just checking real quick. Bunch of card sleeves. Legend Crystal Revenge. Midterm Paradox. I thought I saw something about the 25th anniversary or whatever it is. Nothing on the site. I could have sworn I saw. Have to give me a second. See, Yu-Gi-Oh! 25th anniversary. Okay. Invasion of Chaos 25th anniversary. Oh, okay. They got a lot of different 25th anniversary stuff. So the stuff that I'm seeing here, we got Invasion of Chaos 25th anniversary, Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon 25th anniversary, Metal Raiders 25th anniversary, Pharaoh's Servant 25th anniversary, Spell Ruler 25th anniversary, and Legendary Collection 25th anniversary. Got a school tomorrow. It was nice chatting with you. You too, Strawberry. Sorry if I missed that. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for hanging out. Hopefully we'll see you around. Take it easy. All vintage sets. Yeah, I if I can recognize the name of the set, then it's definitely definitely based off a vintage set. Later. I'm gonna just unplug. My PC's like making some noises. So let me look real quick to see if it lets me click on anything. What are the release dates on these things? Release date is July 14th. So what specifically would you be looking for? I mean, which of those sets or whatever? Message you on Twitch, or I can send you a friend request on Discord and we can chat. Okay, that's fine. Sure thing. But yeah, I think I'm gonna stop. I was gonna pretty much stop right now anyway. With my PC acting up, I don't know how much longer we could last. I gotta figure out this monitor thing, stuff like that. So thank you everybody who came by the stream tonight. Bonsley, Kind Breeze, Kim, Tails, Cheap and Easy. Thank you Strawberry and Glammy P for the follows. Hopefully we'll see you around and get to talk some more. Yeah, everybody have a good night. We will go see our good friend Mr. Waffle Outlaw playing some Grounded. I've known Waffle for a good amount of time, so definitely go say hi to him if you get the chance. Yeah, thank you. I can't even hear here. So let's do this. Everyone take care. Thank you again. And we will catch you on Wednesday for Persona. Peace.